The Crusader was the first supersonic fighter designed for service on an aircraft carrier. It was the fastest aircraft ever flown from Intrepid. Popular with U.S. Navy and Marine Corps pilots, the Crusader saw extensive combat during the Vietnam War. From 1955 to 1975, it served primarily as an escort fighter, protecting ground attack aircraft from North Vietnamese MiG fighter jets as described in this video.
March 19.
The transitional periods between technological eras sometimes produce machines that retire in a matter of several years. Other times, the opposite happens. Tanks and aircraft created using past technologies remain in service for decades. The American F8 Crusader fighter belongs to the latter category. It was the last U.S. fighter whose cannons were the primary firepower, which even earned it the unofficial nickname, the Last Gunfighter. At the same time, the F8 joined the list of the earliest adopters of guided missiles. Vought engineers were mostly considering the experience gained in past wars, but at the same time, they gave the Crusader enough potential to fight the supersonic planes of the future. The F8 engineers had to meet the tight requirements of the Naval Command. The new carrier-based aircraft was expected to achieve Mach 1.2 at altitude.
The most innovative feature of the Crusader was the variable incidence wing. The entire wing pivoted up to 7 degrees, as shown in image number 2. This capability provided greater flight control at low speeds and improved visibility for the pilot during carrier landings. The Crusader was the last Navy fighter designed with internally mounted cannons identified by their blast tubes under the aircraft number on either side. For this reason, Crusader pilots like to call themselves the last of the gunfighters. During the Vietnam War, Intrepid participated in Operation Rolling Thunder.
March 1965. Operation Rolling Thunder begins, the largest bombing campaign of the Vietnam War. The U.S. launched relentless airstrikes on North Vietnam, hoping to destroy supply lines and demoralize their enemy. But it wasn't that simple. North Vietnam, backed by Soviet and Chinese aid, fought back with powerful air defenses. Despite over 800,000 tons of bombs dropped, key targets like the Ho Chi Minh Trail kept running. Rolling Thunder caused massive civilian destruction, fueling protests back in the U.S. and intensifying the anti-war movement. By 1968, the operation failed to break North Vietnam's will, leaving America deeper in a war it couldn't win. Operation Rolling Thunder, an air war that escalated a conflict and changed the course of U.S. history. March 1965.
March 1965 to November 1968, an aerial bombing campaign against North Vietnam. Intrepid's primary mission was to bolster the ground attack. Fighter aircraft like the Crusader were deployed in small units of 4 aircraft called detachments. Detachments of Fighter Squadron VF-111 depicted in image number 3 flew Crusaders from Intrepid during its second and third deployments to Vietnam. On September 19, 1968, Intrepid pilot Lieutenant Tony Nargi, center image number 4, fired a Sidewinder missile from his Crusader and shot down a North Vietnamese MiG-21. The Crusader on display is painted to look like the airplane flown by Nargi.